Hey everybody, this is Greg with Flying Leap Exotics. So I came home this afternoon and had a little surprise waiting for me. I know we had been looking at the geckos that were the eggs laid on 223. Well, when I happened to look up here, and the ones that were laid at 229, I saw one had hatched. So a couple things before I open this. You'll see that it is on the egg. And the egg it's on is probably not the one it hatched out of. They tend to climb and crawl on the unhatched egg after they get out. And generally both clutch mates will hatch within 24 hours of each other. I have had some go almost a week, but the majority of them are the same day. And if not the same day, within 24 hours. This one is Aurian Zeppelin, and I'll transfer this with the hatch date onto some tape that I'll put in front of their tub in the rack that I have for the hatchlings. It's pretty simple. It's just paper towel container. I got these from Gecko Junkie, who made these, who's been breeding crested geckos for quite a while, so he's familiar with the needs. There'll also be the food dish in here as well. I've already sprayed it, gotten it wet. So before I open this, all bets are off with these guys. Most of the time they're tired because they just struggle to get out of the egg. They're also afraid anything's going to eat them. So a couple possible outcomes here. I have a chopstick because my fingers are a little big to get down in there and help a gecko out. So I usually help them with the chopstick. Usually they think I'm going to eat them. So they'll open up their mouth and they'll be all bad. Then once they figure out that I'm not necessarily going to eat them now, sometimes they'll climb nicely under the chopstick and I can put them right over into their enclosure, into their tub there. The other thing is they decide that they want to run and jump and go crazy. So if the table starts shaking, which makes the camera shake, and you hear me cussing, that's what happened. So we're going to open it up now. This one is from Aurian Zeppelin, and that is a high percentage pinstripe and harlequin to a extreme harlequin. So you saw the eggs before, you see the chopstick, so this will give you an idea of how big, or rather how small, the gecko is. I'm going to try a little bit more light here. There we go. So you'll see him, this one here is the egg that it hatched out of, so it's curled around the one that's not hatched. See if I can zoom some in. This is going to cause my camera to wobble just because of the system I have set up, but we'll see if I can't get a little better look in here for you. So there you are again. Here is the chopstick right by the gecko. Standard chopstick, nothing huge. So we'll zoom back out so that I have a little bit more room to work with here, so that they're not really close to the edge of the table where I don't want them to be. So he's taking a nice little nap. Come on, gecko, wakey wakey. Oh, there he is, he's awake, and there he goes. He's off to the races. Alright, I'm not going to cuss. I'm just going to keep trying to get him on this. Biggest thing is, I don't want him to go off the table onto the floor, which he just did. Congratulations. Come on, buddy. Alright, after some long hard chasing, there he is. Lots of color on the side. Good pinstriping in this thing. I'm going to hold him under here real quick like, but don't want to hold him too long because he will try and get away again. And they're fast. Now when he jumps off the table, these things can jump and land from a high distance. It's not really a problem. They spread out. They're light. I'm 6 foot tall. I've had adults jump from my shoulder, splat right on the hard concrete, and just act as if nothing happened and keep running. So I'm going to put this guy away. Give me just a second. And I gotta say I'm proud of myself for not cussing there. So the egg he came out of right here. And here's a clutch mate. I'm just going to turn it. Looks like he spun it around a little bit. And we're going to check back here in a bit to see if that one hatched. The other one over here is still looking really good. It's the one I expected to hatch. Now these are at 60. Today's the 3rd. So they're at 64 days. So it's early, and it's probably because my reptile room, I've got a dedicated room this year, and so it's a little warmer than usual. I will probably start incubating the eggs out in the other room from now on, just because I like them to hit closer to that 75 day at least. But we'll check back in later and see if the other one's hatched.